Welcome to the chilling tale of 30 East Drive in Pontefract, England. A seemingly ordinary house on an ordinary street, hiding something truly dark and sinister. Today we delve into one of the most infamous poltergeist cases in the UK, a case that'll chill you to the bone. Let's uncover the eerie secrets of this house and the entity they call the Black Monk, a spirit so terrifying, so evil, that it's left its mark on everyone who's dared to cross its path. "30 East Drive is a modest, semi-detached house. Brick facade, nothing fancy, just like any other on this quiet street in Pontefract. You wouldn't think twice about it. But behind the mundane exterior of this ex-council property lies a darkness that runs deeper than any grave. This unassuming house in West Yorkshire has become a beacon for paranormal investigators and a source of endless nightmares for those who have lived within its walls. They call him the Black Monk of Pontefract. Imagine a figure shrouded in darkness, a chilling presence that chills you to the core. This is a malevolent entity, a force of pure darkness that's haunted the place this house now stands in for centuries. Some say he was a monk, executed centuries ago for unspeakable crimes against children. They say his soul, twisted by rage and despair, found a home here at 30 East Drive. Others believe he's something older, something more primal, a darkness that's been here almost since time began. Whatever he is, the Black Monk is the heart of the terror that infects this house. This story, this nightmare, it's rooted in history. The 16th century, a time when Pontefract was a very different place. Legend has it that a Cluniac monk, driven by darkness, committed the most vile crimes against a girl, things too heinous to even mention on this channel. His crime, a stain on the very soul of Pontefract, led him to the gallows, a gruesome end for a gruesome act. They say those gallows, the very spot where the monk breathed his last, stood right here, on the very ground where 30 East Drive stands today. Perhaps just coincidence? The monk's rage, his despair, his evil, it didn't die with him. It seeped into the ground, into the very foundation of this house. Fast forward to the 1960s, when a family by the name of Pritchard moved into 30 East Drive. Joe and Jean Pritchard, along with their children, Diane and Philip, they had no idea what they were getting themselves into. At first, it was just little things, strange noises, cold spots, objects moving. But soon the activity escalated, becoming more frequent, more aggressive, more terrifying. Feelings of being watched, of being followed, of knowing that something dark and powerful was toying with them. The Pritchards would be trapped by a force that grew stronger by the day. One time, the Pritchards were sitting in the living room when suddenly a chair slid across the floor as if pushed by an unseen hand, followed by whispers, disembodied voices echoing through the halls. The temperature plummeted and a bone-chilling cold ran through the house. And there would be more to come. Objects flew across the room with impossible force. Furniture overturned, pictures crashed to the floor. The air grew thick with the stench of decay, a putrid odor that seemed to cling to the back of your throat. Doors slammed shut on their own, trapping terrified family members inside. And then there were the footsteps, heavy, deliberate footsteps, pacing the halls, climbing the stairs. Of all the Pritchard family, it was young Diane who became the primary target of the Black Monk's wrath. Imagine being a young girl, on the verge of womanhood. And suddenly, your life is turned upside down by an unseen force that seems hell-bent on destroying you. Diane was dragged from her bed in the dead of night, her screams echoing through the empty house. Invisible hands left bruises on her arms, scratches on her face. She was thrown downstairs, lifted into the air, her body contorted in unnatural positions. The entity seemed to feed off her fear, her vulnerability. Diane became a prisoner in her own home, haunted by an entity that seemed to want to possess her. The haunting at 30 East Drive drew the attention of paranormal investigators from around the world. Seasoned ghost hunters, folks who had seen it all, and even they were left shaken by what they encountered within those walls. They came armed with cameras, EVP recorders, and electromagnetic field detectors, determined to capture evidence of the Black Monk and the unseen forces that plagued this house. And capture it they did. Voices whispering from the void, shadows moving independently in the darkness, and temperature fluctuations that defied explanation. Despite the evidence, the haunting at 30 East Drive remains a mystery, a puzzle that may never be fully solved. This infamous house on East Drive is privately owned, but it is available to rent. You can spend the night here, if you're brave enough, that is. People come from all over the world, drawn by curiosity, by the thrill of the unknown, by the chance to come face to face with the Black Monk himself. They come seeking answers, seeking evidence, seeking a glimpse into the other side. Some paranormal enthusiasts report unexplained activity. Some are driven to the brink of madness, fleeing the house in terror before the night is through. It's a story that's captivated the world, inspiring books, documentaries, and even a horror movie, When the Lights Went Out. This house, this story, it's become a cultural phenomenon, a touchstone for our fascination with the paranormal, with the things that go bump in the night. The movie brought the terror of 30 East Drive to life on the big screen. Television crews, they flocked to this house, eager to document the paranormal activity, to capture the Black Monk on film. But the thing about the paranormal is, it doesn't perform on demand. It's unpredictable, it's elusive, it's always one step ahead. So of course, there are those who doubt. They say it's all a hoax, a fabrication, a way to make a quick buck off of gullible tourists. They'll point to inconsistencies in the stories, to the lack of concrete proof, to the power of suggestion. And you know what? They have a right to their skepticism. There are no easy answers when it comes to the paranormal. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, the story of 30 East Drive continues to captivate and terrify. What do you think? Is it all just a hoax? Or is there something truly sinister lurking within those walls? Have you spent the night in the house haunted by the Black Monk? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Sleep tight, and remember, the next bump in the night could be the Black Monk coming for you.